All right, guys, final podcast of season 6. Hope you guys are excited because I am excited. Let's get into it.
All right, so I'm the Birmingham Fire. I joined in the second season, so season two, and my record was 11-4. But since I won 2 games in the playoffs, it should be like 13-4.
Let's see. First question, how did you find the ACFL?
So I had recently gotten into this game called Retro Bowl, and I realized that they had a community, and I was like, "Oh, check this out." So I went in, I found a few leagues, none of them were good until I joined the ACFL, and the rest is history.
So you've been here for a pretty long time. Who's your biggest rival in the league?
Kona Death Rattle, because in season two, three, and part of season four, they're in my division and they're pretty much my only competition. And every single time I've been close to like getting the lead in the division, they've stopped me. No, not the Stallions. The Scorpions are also another big one. They're in my division right now and they're a really worthy opponent. But I'm kind of glad they got eliminated because if I had to face them again, I would probably lose. Yeah, they're a pretty worthy opponent.
Speaking about the playoffs, you won your first game against the Death Rattle. How's that feel beating them?
That was like pretty surprising in my opinion. I mean, the Death Rattle and the Dragons, which I faced in the second round, both of them are very, very good teams. So when I beat the Death Rattle and when I beat the Dragons, it was just like, holy cow, like how did I even do that? And now against the Stallions, I just submitted. I have no idea if I won or not. So I'm hoping I got something good.
So another question, where did you get your team name and logo from?
All right, so originally I was gonna be the Miami Heat, and before I did Retro Bowl like in a league, that was like my custom team. But then I was scrolling through like what Pinterest or something, and I saw something that was like the Birmingham Fire, and I was like, wait, this is actually really sick. And they actually had like a logo. They had like way better jerseys than the ones I designed, and I was like, I'll just use them.
So you don't live in Birmingham then?
No, I don't live in Birmingham. I didn't even know Birmingham was a city. It was just like some random town in, I think it's Alabama, kind of grown on me. So now whenever someone mentions Birmingham, which is basically never, I'll be like, oh, I know where that is. It's in Alabama, which is probably
Yeah.
totally useless information. But
Yeah. Well, no, but yeah. Okay. Okay. Another question. I think would be pretty interesting. How long do you see yourself in this league for?
it really depends. So I left in the middle of season four because that was my finals week and things were way too stressful for me. And I also lost interest in Retro Bowl. Um, right now, I don't see myself leaving anytime soon. Even if I can't play, I'd still probably be in the league because this is an amazing community. Everyone's like super friendly most of the time, and I really don't want to leave because like I've made some pretty good connections here, and it's like a really awesome Discord. Apart from it being part of the Retro Bowl community, it's just like a really awesome community. So I don't really see myself leaving.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I can see like most of these people here. Sure, they're here for the Retro Bowl and playing the game, but like it's like a lot of it is just here to hang out with people and make friends and stuff.
Yeah, that's also part of the reason why I joined because I didn't really have like too many friends outside my high school back then. So I just wanted to join a Discord to see if I could make connections, and that's what I ended up doing. And I'm really happy that I was able to find everyone here because it's an amazing.
What are your goals for this league?
My goals for this league, probably just to chill and have fun. But I also really, really want to go to the championship bowl. And this honestly is probably one of my only shots because in the playoffs, I got pretty lucky with my last 2 games, and then I got pretty lucky with my wild card game. So unless I get this lucky again, then I'm probably not going to make as deep as a run again. So I'm praying that I win against the Stallions. Reaching the championship would just be an accomplishment upon itself. And I feel like if I don't reach it, then I failed. And I've already lost in the championship bowl, not the championship bowl, the CFC championship once, to the Mangoes, and it was absolutely heartbreaking for me. So I just don't want a repeat of that.
How does it feel that the mangoes are eliminated now?
It feels amazing. The Mangoes, like I love them and all, but they're too good. Like every single year, it's no surprise when they reach the postseason. It's no surprise if they reach a deep run. They've been to the championship bowl more times than anyone and have won. I think probably more times than anyone. So seeing them eliminated first round is kind of like they're finally gone.
You've been in the league for a pretty long time. Who would you say is your favorite team besides yourself?
That's really hard to say. I'd say Damn, that's a really tough question. All right, so there's a few. First is the Scorpions because even though like they're a really hard team, I respect them a lot. They're in my division. They've beaten me multiple times, so I really have a deep found respect for them. The second one is the Stallions I also have a lot of respect for them. When the Stallions actually privately DM'd me and was like, "Hey, do you want to join the league again?" I was like, "Oh, so he told me that he won a championship bowl," and I was like, "Oh, wow!" And I was like more happy than I thought I'd be because like he's always that one team that barely just made the championship bowl and just barely missed it. So I was really happy when he won. And also, I'm really scared going against him because at first I thought he was going to be an easy team to beat at the beginning of the season, but then he went from 1-5 to like 9-6, scored 60 plus points in both playoff games. So yeah, I have to have a lot of respect for him. And finally, the Lancers, because they're actually one of my pretty good friends. I'd consider them. They're really goofy and they're just there for the fun. And I can also really respect that. So the Lancers are also one of my favorite teams. I was sad when they got eliminated first round of the playoffs.
What's your strategy for getting high scoring games?
Okay, you gotta put everything on defense because you cannot control any part of your defense besides who goes on it. And you can control you. The only part of the game you play is controlling the offense. Besides, like trying to figure out who to hire and like the players you need to get, but whatever. You have to put everything on defense because if you have an amazing offense but terrible defense, then you can't do anything about it. But if you have a terrible offense and amazing defense, then it's up to you to try to get as many points as possible on offense, and you could actually play better than what your offense says. So just put everything on defense.
Okay, so let's get a little personal. What are your favorite hobbies to do outside of Retro Bowl?
Outside of Retro Bowl, I like hanging out with my friends. My friends are a pretty big, important part of my life because I feel like being social is really important. If you don't have a lot of friends, then you're just going to be sad all the time. I also like playing video games. It's a way for me to let off my steam, even though half the time when I'm done playing, I end up 10 times madder than I was when I started. But I like playing video games because it gives me something to do and it's not completely boring.
Speaking of games, do you have any favorite video games or no?
Let's see. I just got PUBG a few days ago. No, like a week ago. And I really like that. I don't know why I didn't get it sooner because it's like really popular. I play Siege a lot, even though I am very bad at it. And the third main game that I play is Rocket League, which is the only game that I'm somewhat good at. And I do play other games, but those are the three games that I always come back to. Those are the three games that I play constantly for weeks at a time and play nothing else. All right, you gotta put on the outro music, like
Yeah, I got you.
like every single 2014 YouTube video.
It's going right now, Birmingham.
All right, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe to the Kraken because they put in a lot of effort on their edits, and we'll see you next time. Boom.